Hi everybody, this is Artificial Sweetener, and today I wanted to take a second to give you some advice on how to get better results out of free AI image generators. So this advice is not going to work for the Bing image generator. I think they call it Copilot Designer now. And it's not going to work for Midjourney, which is not really a free generator. But it will work for most of the apps that you can get off of the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. They also usually have websites. I hope you know the type of program that I'm talking about. So we've got Pixeye here. We have GenCraft, I think is this one. And then this is Monai. These are all really popular ones, but there's also like Playground or Leonardo AI. Night Cafe is another really popular one. They just kind of pick a random word and then put AI into it, I feel like. But either way, everybody knows the type of app I'm talking about, hopefully. So we're going to use Pixeye for this example. That's not because I recommend it in particular. It's just the one that when I asked people, they said they were using this one. So here we are in Pixeye. We'll click generate. So the very first thing that I wanted to point out is these apps, they love to make up their own words for specific things, which is so frustrating. Pixeye's not too bad about it, but there are some apps that'll just change the words for different settings, and so it's actually the same thing, but people get confused. They don't realize that it's the same setting, it's just a different app, and they decided to call it something different. But Pixeye does do it a little bit, because here they say model, but the actual word for what they're talking about here is checkpoint. And a checkpoint is a kind of model, but it's like fine-tuned. It's kind of like altered or changed from a base model. And we can see even they know that because they put model XL here. And what that means is that all of these are checkpoints, meaning slightly edited versions, or in some cases it's a lot edited versions of Stable Diffusion XL. That's where the XL comes from. So first we need to pick a checkpoint, and I actually know this one, T-Pony 3, really, really well. I've used it to make so much of my art. So we'll use this in our example. And I could just start prompting, but first I want to show you something, and this is the advice that I wanted to give you. So let's go into Firefox, and we're here at civitai.com. This is one of my favorite websites. Here you can download so many of these models that these free image generators use for free, and they're not very big. You know, T-Pony 3 is probably like between 7 and 12 gigabytes, and that's for most of these. People think that these are like gigantic files that like you have to have a data center to use, but it's not true. I make all of my images on my own computer for free, and I don't have any limitations on what I'm allowed to prompt or how many images I'm allowed to use. I just do it as much as I want. But not everybody has a computer that can run this stuff. You know, you might have to use your phone, that's fine. But you can still use this website as a valuable resource, and let me show you how. So first off, remember we picked T-Pony 3 as our model that we wanted to use. So we're gonna search that. And here it is, it popped up. But in case it doesn't pop up, first off, we can see this is our one. It says checkpoint. And also it's the pony icon because it's a pony-based checkpoint. And maybe I'll talk a little bit about that. But first, we're in the filters now. It was over here. And we're gonna scroll down just a little bit to filter by model type. Remember, these are checkpoints that we're looking for. So if you filter by checkpoint, like let's say you couldn't find it right away, if you engage the checkpoint filter, then you should be able to find it, okay? But anyway, let's go to the T-Pony 3 page. And this page is where you could download T-Pony 3 for yourself if you wanted to. Here's the download button right here. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to generate an image on your phone, so don't try to do that. That's kind of why the apps exist, is so that you could use your phone, like, and use their computers, you know, somewhere in the cloud to do it. But if you went to this on your computer, you could download it. See, like, it's only 6.46 gigabytes. That's so small. But if we scroll down a little bit, look, there's documentation. So if you've ever looked and felt like confused about what settings you should be using, or if there's like special prompt words that you should be using, the authors of these checkpoints, they explain that. They tell you in this documentation. So look. This is the recommended positive prompt. So this or this should go in front of every single one of your prompts that you use this checkpoint to make. And the negative prompt is the same thing. This should go in front of all of your negative prompts for the checkpoint to work properly. And he even gives you some suggestions on other words to add, like worse quality, bad hands, and bad feet, right? But besides the documentation, and that alone is so worth visiting this page, we can also click here in the examples. Now this is a fine image, you got this nice cityscape, it's raining, he's got a girl in the foreground here. But if we click this here, this up arrow, look, the prompt that the author of the checkpoint uses is here for us to look at and study. So let's notice a few things. First off, we can see that the guidance scale that he used, or sometimes it's called CFG, in fact, usually it's called CFG, is here, and he uses 7. He says 25 steps. So he's kind of make a recommendation here, because this is his first example that he gives to show what the model can do. So 25 steps, he says. And he thinks Euler A is the best sampler to use. And then this one's kind of special, clip skip 2. The apps will probably not let you change clip skip, but hopefully in the background, without telling you, they are setting clip skip to 2 when you select a model that recommends using it. There's a few other things to notice about this prompt though. And the main one is he's prompting with what are called Buru tags. So these are all tags that are used on anime art websites to tag the artwork. And AIs train using these Buru tags to learn the concepts inside of the tags. So especially for this checkpoint, he's basically saying, hey, you should use Buru tags to prompt this. Instead of using, you could also prompt with natural language, which is like just describing it normally. Like if we were gonna prompt this one, we'd say, a girl is standing in front of a cityscape with pretty clouds and it's raining, or something like that. He's saying, don't do that. Use Buru tags instead. So we should take that as advice to get the best results for this model, right? Okay, so let's go back over to Pixeye now that we know all that. So the first thing that we're gonna check, sampling steps. Now, they do set defaults based on the model that you have selected, or rather, the checkpoint that you have selected. But Tonade, the author of T-Pony93, says 25 steps. Now, CFG scale here, or guidance scale, some apps will say guidance scale or guidance, is set to 7, and that actually is what Tonade recommended. And then, it's kind of funny to me that they hide negative prompt down here when this is one of the most powerful ways to customize the output and get better results. Really, do not ignore the negative prompt. You should be putting stuff in here. Even though it's hidden all at the bottom, don't neglect to put stuff in negative prompt if you have it in your app, okay? But it does look right though. It's got score 4, score 3, score 2, score 1, ugly bad hands. Let's look at Tonade's example. See, it's not just random. They didn't get that from nowhere in Pixeye. They literally took it from here. That's why it's the default, see? Okay, so now we've got it all dialed into what Tonade recommends. There's just one more thing. Now, this is particularly to Pixeye. They have this thing called quality tag, and if, believe it or not, they want you to pay them extra to use this. And as far as I can tell, all it is prompt words that go in front of your prompt. And for T-Pony93, they don't have any quality tag set. So we just have to put the quality tag in our regular prompt. So let's go back to Tonade's prompt. Where's the quality tag? Well, it's right here. Score 9, score 8 up, score 7 up. That's, the score system is particular to pony-based checkpoints. Now, you don't have to really worry about, oh, am I using a pony-based checkpoint, or is it an illustrious-based checkpoint, or is it an animagine-based checkpoint? You don't have to worry about that when using these apps. You just have to figure out what checkpoint you're using, and then go look at the page and see what quality tags they're using, and then just copy them. So let's paste this in. And now we're set. We could prompt an image that we know it has the optimal settings to prompt for T-Pony 3. So it takes forever to generate an image on these things, so I would love to see what results you get, but I don't want to fiddle with Pixai, I'm gonna be honest. But I really hope that you found this helpful, and I would love to know what other checkpoints you found really useful information for by visiting Civid AI to see what prompts the author recommends. Here's a bonus, one more thing, because you don't have to just use what the checkpoint author recommends, okay? Hopefully, yeah. Because if we scroll down, we can see other people's stuff. So we can probably see, yeah, the prompt that this person used. They were very naughty. They didn't use a negative prompt. But as you can see, this website is like limitless for, you know, you can almost use it as like a way to research the checkpoint that you're using, and also to find new prompt words to try out for yourself. Okay, alright, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you found it helpful, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!